All right, welcome back to BT. What would it feel like to walk into a grocery store, get all of your stuff, and then walk out? Like, I feel like I'd feel like I'm stealing or shoplifting or something, but Amazon's working on it.
They are working on it in this conceptual idea here. You know, this issue of constantly having to wait in line on a Sunday, for example, at the grocery store. Oh, this Viz isn't rolling. Actually, this monitor isn't working. I'm just going to roll it from over here.
Yeah.
But this concept is basically you would check in with your phone when you walk into the store, grab whatever you want off of the shelves. The system would know what you grab off the shelf, and when you walk out of the store, it automatically charges to your credit card on file with Amazon. Wow. So it takes that issue of the checkout lines out of the equation and makes the shopping process that much easier. Amazon is saying they're going to be starting with some stores in Seattle, but they're saying if this works, they're going to be rolling this out across the U.S. and potentially here in Canada, and this is called Amazon Go.
And I mean, it would be very convenient. And apparently can detect when you put something back, like it's very smart. So yeah, the only thing is it'll put some cashiers out of jobs, but it'll make things much easier and probably a little cheaper for Amazon too.
Yeah, and of course, you know, this just a technology that, you know, they're potentially looking at among many other technologies. We've talked about the drone technology as well. So of course, Amazon working on some awesome things. Facebook, I'm gonna have to switch this over here as well. Facebook looking to ask users to judge the realness of headlines, news headlines, because they've been dealing with issues of fake news headlines. So they're putting out surveys on certain headlines that look a little, quote, baity, that, you know, they're asking people to click on it.
Yeah.
They're saying, is this a real headline or not? So then that way they can start judging publishers as to how real their news stories are.
I think that's a great idea because there's so many times, and I see it mostly on Facebook, where an ad will roll up and it'll be like ... You think something terrible happened, you click and it's not true. If you can get that message out there to Facebook, I mean, that's brilliant. So good for them. Fake news is causing a lot of havoc out there. So.
And you know, when we rely on social media for news, it is that much more important that the news we're getting is factual and real. And lastly, we want to end on this question here on our Twitter page at BT Toronto. We're going to be talking about neighbors in a little bit. We want to know, how do you deal with a bad neighbor? Are you a bad neighbor? Do you bring it up with them? How do you address those situations?
Right.
Tell us your stories, because we're going to be talking about that a little bit, and we're going to be getting some expert opinion as to how you should address this stuff with the neighbor that you might potentially be feuding with.
And I feel like everybody has this experience with a neighbor. Oh, look at this. Look at this home improvement moment.
A little Wilson right
there. All right, thanks very much. All right, Winston, we'll have to break now here on BT. More breakfast television when we come back. Stay with us.